कई इम्तिहान अभी बाकी हैं, अभी तो नापी है मुट्ठी भर जमीन हमने, अभी तो सारा आसमान बाकी है।
Junoon. Our annual fest is the reflection of enthusiasm and culmination of the hard work of every member of Kartavya. As a part of Junoon, we had a plethora of brainstorming, intellectual sessions, exciting competitions, powerful panel discussions, and experience of learning, bliss of learning, and synergy with our contemporaries. And today, second day of our annual fest. But last and certainly not the least segment of this mega event, Junoon. To carry this session forward, I request my co-host to kickstart the event further.
आंखों में जून और दिल में चिंगारी रखो,
आंखों में जून और दिल में चिंगारी, जिंदा रहना है जीवे वो,
राह की पत्थर को कुछ भी सफर जारी रखो।
A dream becomes a reality through hard work. Ladies and gentlemen, now of hard work and determination of today's motivational talk, Junoon, Miss TANU JAIN, a renowned and honored personality. I wish I'd be able to do that. Is a doctor turned UPSC officer. She is presently posted as Assistant Director at Ministry of Defence. To 2015 batch of AFHQ Civil Services, she completed her schooling from Cambridge School, Delhi, and Bachelor's of Dental Surgery from Subharti Medical College. Education portfolio. Apart from this, is educating, motivating, guiding, and inspiring UPSC aspirants through mock interviews. She has 3 books on UPSC preparation, associated with many NGOs and social organizations. She is a speaker, writer, and a thinker. Let's have a big round of applause for her.
As this seed grows into a fruitful tree, so should our knowledge. Now, I would like to call Vibha ma'am to find.
To invite
माइक होने यहाँ से ला रहे होंगे, माइक काम नहीं कर रहा है।
I need a
बैटरी दूसरा समय
thank you so much, ma'am.
ये वाला
She has a post of Assistant Director in the DRDO. She is also a thinker, a writer, a guide to the budding middle class nation. And she is the true example of whatever you aspire, you achieve. Whatever you aspire, you achieve. The will
She is a dentist by profession, and then in 2014 she quit that profession and started preparing for the examination, and today she is in front of us. So now I invite Dr. TANU JAIN for the session. Hello.
मैम
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir. क्योंकि है शायद आप लोगों को नहीं पता होगा, लेकिन मुझे हमेशा से डीयू में पढ़ने का बहुत मन था। लेकिन मुझे हैपनिंग जगह है, वहाँ पे कितनी मस्ती होती होगी, पढ़ाई भी होती होगी ऑफ कोर्स, लेकिन कितना मजा आता होगा। ऐसे सुबह उठ के कॉलेज जाएंगे, फिर फ्रेंड्स के साथ एक चाय की टपरी पे बैठेंगे, बातें करेंगे। तो मुझे हमेशा से बहुत मन था, लेकिन somehow मेडिकल की तरफ इंटरेस्ट हो गया, फिर मेडिकल में चले गए, डॉक्टर बन गए, फिर सिविल सर्विसेज नहीं आ पाई। लेकिन जब भी मेरे को डीयू से कोई इनवाइट आता है तो मैं उस के कारण चली जरूर जाती हूँ। डीयू देख तो आऊँ कि किरोड़ी में कॉलेज होता कैसा है। So you all are from such a prestigious college, and trust me, this will stay with you for a long time. आप कुछ भी बन जाएं, आप कल को IAS बने, IPS बने, entrepreneur बने, CEO बने, lawyer बने, whatever you want to become, you can become. But still, one thing which will remain with you always is you are a student of Kirori College. Yes, that will stay with you. That mark that you are from a very premier and prestigious college of Delhi University, that is the starting of your introduction. ऐसे कहते हैं ना, एक इंट्रोडक्शन स्टार्ट करते हैं जब आप, जैसे अब मैम ने कोई इंट्रोडक्शन दिया तो मैम ने बताया कि भाई कैम्ब्रिज स्कूल से पढ़ाई करी, फिर सुभारती मेडिकल कॉलेज से पढ़ाई करी, तो यू विल ऑलवेज बी इंट्रोड्यूस्ड विद योर कॉलेज. सो डेफिनेटली इट्स योर रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी टू मेक इट प्राउड ऑल्सो, कि लोग बोले देखो किरोड़ी मल से कैसे बच्चे निकलते हैं, है ना. वहाँ से तो एकदम लाइन लगा के IAS IPS निकल जाते हैं, वहाँ से तो लाइन लगा के बड़ी बड़ी पोस्ट पे लोग जाते हैं. वहाँ के बच्चे जब स्टार्टअप करते हैं तो कैसे करते हैं, एकदम सबको पीछे छोड़ देते हैं. तो ऐसे टाइप का जो इमेज है, इमेज बिल्ड्स विद ईच स्टूडेंट. तो इमेज ऑफ ईच कॉलेज बिल्ड्स विद ईच स्टूडेंट. सो व्हेन यू गेट द बेनिफिट ऑफ बीइंग अ स्टूडेंट, जिससे आपका इंट्रोडक्शन स्टार्ट होता है, यू ऑल्सो हैव द रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी ऑफ मेकिंग दिस इंस्टीट्यूशन ग्रेट. So starting with this, yes, I know excited for UPSC मोटिवेशन, पर मुझे तो ज़्यादा बच्चों ने, इन बच्चों ने इतना मोटिवेट कर दिया सुना के, मुझे लगा मैं क्या बोलूँ, इतना अच्छा दे दिया. For UPSC, time to start privilege, because the Modi said that to start as early as possible, especially when you are giving such an exam which has a long tenure. तो हम लोगों को, how many of you know the syllabus of UPSC? Okay, how many of you don't know the syllabus of UPSC? UPSC का सिलेबस हम बहुत सुन लेते हैं, है ना, समझ में आए. एग्जाम कितना है, स्कोप कितना है, लेट्स सी. स्टार्ट्स विद कल्चर, कल्चर ऑफ इंडिया. नाउ कल्चर मीन्स आर्ट, डांस फॉर्म्स, म्यूजिक, लिटरेचर, X, Y, Z, पूरा कल्चर ऑफ इंडिया. देन एंशिएंट इंडिया. Ancient India means all the dynasties, everything, their wars, their kings, their speciality, their trade relation, their socio-polity, their economic systems, everything. Then medieval India. Then modern India. Modern India means complete freedom struggle. Then post-independent India. Post-independent revolution, Jai Jawan, Jai Kisan, emergency, everything. Then world history. World history means complete world history, American, French, this, that. This is only history I have talked about. This is only history, and it is, you say, for of one paper. There are 4 GS papers. So this is 1/3 we have covered. Then it is social groups, vulnerable groups, all these groups that we study about, and then it is geography. Indian geography, world geography, social geography, economic geography, physical geography, and so many other types of geographies. So this is paper 1 we completed. So when you study this as only paper 1, then what do you have in paper 2? So people who know about syllabus, tell me. Second paper is about polity, governance, constitution, administrative units, everything regarding political system of country, parliament, president, everything, their powers, how do a bill get passed in parliament, everything you study in that. Certain social government schemes, etc. And lastly, international relations. Now international relation means complete relations with every country, nearly every country. So they can ask you what is going on in Russia and Ukraine too. They can ask you what impact does it have on India, its economic system. So this is paper 2. Paper 3 is economy. Economy means complete economy. From basics to advanced to the recent concepts like cryptocurrency, blockchain, etc. etc. Then it is infrastructure, infrastructural models. Then it is environment, complete environment, all the treaties, COPs, etc. with the basics also, of course. Then science and tech. Science and tech means all the scientific basics plus the new technology that are coming up. Then disaster management. How do you manage a disaster? What is a disaster? How does it happen? What are the various probabilities of having a disaster in which area of India, etc. etc. After that, this is nearly paper 3. After that we come to paper 4. It's ethics, aptitude, psychology, psychological issues, everything. Lot of ethics, aptitude, attitude, emotional intelligence, and then case studies, studying about important personalities of country, etc. So now you tell me, when you study so much, firstly, how do you start and how do you end? Both are very important things. How do you start and how do you end? But before that, I'll tell you what happens when you study such expansive syllabus. It transforms you. It transforms your personality. So right now, if you go to somebody and you start talking, so somebody, you met a CA, that person starts babbling something about GST. So currently you don't know. But if you are a UPSC student, then you will know. Maybe not equal to that person, but sufficient to talk, sufficient to understand what that person is saying. You meet a doctor, you may not be knowing equal to the doctor, but sufficient enough to make an impact and talk to that person. So this is why this exam is what we say, a personality changing exam, and that is why personality test or interview is kept at the last, because first you have to qualify and take on the hurdles of prelims and mains. So just before this, one of the students said, "Ma'am, give some interview tips," and I was like, interview बहुत बाद की चीज है, पहले क्या करना है? Prelims, mains. When you will reach interview stage, trust me, people will rush to help you, and at that time you will of course need help, but you will find that help very easily. The main problem starts only at the stage of prelims. There, that is the the maximum competition eliminator exam. It's not prelims, it is maximum competition eliminator exam. So maximum competition gets eliminated at prelims. So lakhs and lakhs of students give this exam and only around 10,000 write mains. So this means that first hurdle is prelims, and for this first hurdle you have to study all this nearly, plus of course CSAT paper, which is qualifying maths, logic, English comprehension. How do we start? We start with first understanding the syllabus. Second, getting ourselves up newspapers. Actually read newspaper. इतने से बच्चे बस भाई न्यूज़पेपर नहीं पढ़ रहे तो क्या कर रहे हो? So preparation का first basics is you have to read newspaper. You have to be aware what is going on in this country, what is going on in this world. So basic awareness is very necessary. So even if you are just thinking, maybe in future I will give civil services or UPSC exam, then this dream should be accompanied with reading newspapers. You must start, even if you are thinking, not aspiring, thinking, then also you should start reading newspapers. Then make a plan for yourself. So those who are in first year, they have time, so their plan should be more elaborate, more time on one subject. If you are in second year, then you may be not having that much time, but you have to make a plan so that even if you have to spend 6 years after your graduation, 6 months after your graduation, you can actually clear this exam. And for the people who are in third year, it means that you have to work, but you will still have to devote some time after your college, because the syllabus is very expansive. That is why it needs time. And how will it end? It seems very large. Right now it might be feeling बहुत syllabus है, कभी नहीं हो पाएगा, किसी से होता होगा, मुझसे तो नहीं हो पाएगा, ऐसा लगता है स्टार्टिंग में. लेकिन हमें सब कुछ एक साथ करना भी नहीं है, स्टेप बाय स्टेप करना है. सो जब हिस्ट्री पढ़ रहे तब हिस्ट्री पढ़नी है, जब पॉलिटी पढ़ रहे तब पॉलिटी पढ़नी है. एंड द बेस्ट पार्ट इज व्हेन यू स्टार्ट रीडिंग इंटरेस्ट. ये ऐसी चीज़ नहीं है जो कि सिर्फ आपको एग्जामिनेशन पर्पस से हेल्प करती है. इट इन्वोक्स इंटरेस्ट. सो वो जो इंटरेस्ट है वो आपका जैसे ही इन्वोक हो जाता है तो स्टडी डजंट बिकम बर्डन, इट बिकम्स अ काइंड ऑफ अ एनरिचिंग एक्टिविटी. यू विल योरसेल्फ मोर एंड मोर. तो यूपीएससी स्टूडेंट्स के बारे में ऐसा कहा जाता है, दे लव बुक्स मोर देन देयर बिलवड. एंड इट इज ट्रू ऑल्सो. सो वंस यू स्टार्ट टू फाइंड the interest, that love in the books, or what do you say, the educational activities, then there is another kind of, what do you say, happiness, joy that you feel. अच्छा मुझे तो पता ही नहीं था. अच्छा, how many of you know about Chat GPT 4? How many know about what is the difference between Chat GPT 3 and Chat GPT 4? हाँ, बस वही बच्चा है ना, उसी के चांसेस ज़्यादा हैं. क्या हो रहा है यहाँ पे? हमें चैट जीपीटी पता है, लेकिन चैट जीपीटी 4 और चैट जीपीटी 3 में क्या अंतर है वो बस वही पता करना है. चैट जीपीटी सबको पता होगा. 3 भी. अच्छा, व्हाट इज द फुल फॉर्म ऑफ जीपीटी? इट्स इन न्यूज़, यू ऑल पीपल नो अबाउट इट? नो? नॉट वन. Come here, come. Tell us.
Generative pre-trained transformer.
Very good. Clapping. Very good. Yes. So this is the mantra. So if when you read Chat GPT, your mind must ask, what is this GPT for? क्या मतलब है GPT का? Then you hear, then you read, then you search. Generative. What are we generating? Pre-trained. What are we pre-training? Transformer. What is a transformer? What is it transforming? Is it information or is it something else? So if you know that, you know half the concept. You know the basics. And with this just full form, you have set yourself apart with most of the other people who are just mugging up notes here and there. So notes and information are no more a power, because it is too much now. Now interlinking and understanding the use of that information is the part. So information, yes, you can get it. So right now only I know a lot of people, you will just open your Telegram and find a lot of notes. You know? You just open up any free these websites who give free notes. You can find notes of any coaching, any institute, any book. So now books are also PDF. You can find it. Problem is not. You must have heard some, senior officers or maybe your parents talking about. जब हम पढ़ते थे, हमारे वहाँ तो एक मैगजीन भी नहीं आती थी. हम मैगजीन लेने इतनी दूर दूर जाते थे या बुक लेने के लिए इतनी दूर दूर जाते थे. लेकिन अब कहीं दूर नहीं जाना. अब कहाँ आ रही है? फ़ोन पे. प्रॉब्लम ये इतनी ज़्यादा आ रही है कि हमें यही नहीं पता कि किसे पढ़ना है, किसे छोड़ना है. Now this is not a problem of scarcity, it's a problem of plenty. So that is where the wisdom comes. So if you wish to become a civil servant who will have to manage and take a lot of decisions, I presume that you must first become the boss of your preparation and start making decisions regarding what to read, what not to read, with whom to read, with whom not to read, what to do. Because if you can't manage your own life, you can't manage your own preparation, if you can't strategize it, do you yourself believe that you will be able to strategize the whole district? You will be able to handle pressures from this, that, here, there. The moment you become DM, you are made head of 88 committees. Committees 88. पूरे महीने सिर्फ एक भी लोगे तब भी पूरी नहीं होगी. 2 लोगे मीटिंग्स, और मीटिंग्स में कुछ नहीं होता. मीटिंग्स आर जस्ट गेटिंग द वेयर अबाउट, क्या चल रहा है. तो इसका मतलब ये है कि किसी एक डिपार्टमेंट में भी कुछ होगा, कौन जिम्मेदार है? यू आर रिस्पॉन्सिबल. दिस मीन्स यू विल हैव टू लर्न हाउ टू manage things, how to strategize and how to interlink, and this is what the preparation is all about. Notes are, information are, current affairs are, teachers are, books are part, facilitator of your preparation, but ultimately it is the process of you becoming boss of your own life and of your own preparation. The moment you do it, the battle is hard. This too much of serious, most awaited part after this prelims mains thing. So you must all be very curious about the interview thing, I know. So for interview preparation, there is nothing you can do as very specific. You have to start your interview preparation right now, like this, here. So when you talk to your friends, in that articulate manner, when you talk about a subject or a topic, that is your interview preparation. The moment you increase communication skills by participating maybe in such public speaking or some leadership roles, like the people who invited me here, is again a preparation for your personality test. It's nothing which you do for everyday personality development to become while practicing everything. So जैसे ऐसा होता है ना, जब हम किसी व्यक्ति से मिलते हैं for the first time, you feel like, oh, this person is very sincere, very to the point, very nice, very authentic, very honest. We make such opinions while talking to people, new people, and on the other hand, we also make opinions like, oh, this person was a little brat. He seems aggressive. He doesn't to hand, and more emotional the personality is, or maybe the person is a little unreasonable, or this person doesn't seem honest. तो ये क्या हो गया? ये भी एक जजमेंट है. तो आप लोगों ने वो जजमेंट क्या देख के बनाया? Whatever, the body language, the tone, the eye contact, the way a person said something, the words the person has used, all of this is what an examiner or a person who is who sits in a panel for interview looks at. The person judges you on whatever you speak, whatever you are telling that person, whatever you are projecting, whatever you as your body language is communicating. It is your eyes that are communicating to that interview panel person. So nothing is from outside. You alone are making an image in front of that person. So with this, I will like to have questions rather than just taking it as a monologue, because monologues are always boring. Thank you so much. I hope I have been of some help here. Thank you.
मुश्किलें दिलों के इरादे आजमाएंगी, ख्वाबों के पर्दे निगाहों से हटाएंगी, गिर कर तुझे है संभलना या ठोकर ही तुझे चलना सिखाएंगी।
Beautiful. Ayushman, you truly summed up the words of wisdom. We would like to thank you, ma'am, for your words of wisdom, and can say this on behalf of everyone present here, that we really learnt a lot. And now have a clear picture of how to uphold the honor of our college. And image is with the students of the college. And we are thankful that how holistically you explained that when, where and how to prepare for the toughest examination, that is UPSC, CSE. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Now the stage is open for question budding in your curious minds. Everyone please note, ma'am will answer the queries one by one. Now everyone may ask their questions and please do maintain the decorum meanwhile. Please raise your hands first, we will pass you the mic.
Good afternoon, ma'am. My question is, good afternoon, ma'am. My question is the UPSC preparation, as you said. First of all, it involves a lot of academic field, like a lot of knowledge about the prelims and the mains examination. That involves a lot of study and a lot of time to.
That involves a lot of study and education, so devoting a lot of time to study. And on the other hand, we have the interview process, which involves a lot of development of the personality, the manner in which you talk.
Hello, check, hello, check.
Personality, a lot of extracurricular activities which we do in the college, do otherwise. That actually contributes a lot to the personality. And on the other hand, we have to balance the academic as well. So what can be the right approach while being in the college to balance both the things, the academic as well as the personality?
Hello?
Hello. So, what's your name? Tushar. So Kushag, your question is really pertinent, that while we have to devote a lot of time in our academics, yet the personality test, which is the last stage, demands that we remain outgoing person. We enjoy some activities, we watch some movies, we interact with students, we have some family connections, and we know how to talk to others. Yes, definitely, because UPSC doesn't want a table with all the knowledge. It doesn't want a computer with all the knowledge. Because if they wanted a computer with all the knowledge, they already have it. They just don't want a person with information but no emotions, empathy, no understanding of what needs to be done. Because The officer is not just about information, it is about interaction. Supposedly you become IPS. Yes, you know all the sections and all the laws, etc., etc. But the person who has come to you is a victim. He or she is an aggrieved person. First thing they want from you is empathy. They want to hear good words, words of sympathy, that please be assured that whatever is right will get done. So you are not just a person with information, you are a person with empathy, and you are a representative of government. So government, father, mother figure, a parent figure. So that parent figure, and when you are the representative, this means you also have to show that kind of love and care to the other person. Now this means that while information is important, it's not everything. And how to manage time then? So you study for 2 hours, then go out, chill with friends. When you are chilling with friends, don't take burden with you, don't take books with you. And when you are back from your chit chat, your little roaming around, come back, and then don't take that memories back. Don't keep thinking उसने ये कहा था, फिर उसने ये कहा था, ये बात उस होगा. So what is this? Thinking about such things. You are just wasting time, because what have been said has been said. उस बारे में सोचने से कोई फायदा नहीं है. तो इसीलिए जब मस्ती कर रहे हैं तो फुल मस्ती, जब पढ़ रहे हैं तो फुल पढ़ाई. No corruption in between. No corruption in your study time and no corruption in your enjoyment time. So you have to develop your time management schedule in such a manner, and at the same time making friends with similar goal always helps. So if you make friends who are also preparing for civil services, so when you are sitting at chai tapri, just having some matri and chai, then you also talk about उस issue में पता है क्या हुआ, and then the person tells you something, it adds on to your knowledge, and then you get a company to go to here or going somewhere to buy some notes, or you have a person who you can interact, talk with. So making friends always helps. So this is what from that, UPSC or not, UPSC is just an exam. Your personality should be overall developed. It should not be like you are just a person who knows to talk but doesn't know what to talk. And neither it should be you know a lot of things but you cannot talk. You have to have that balance in life. So this is with, right now it is with education and personal life. After some time it will be professional and personal life. But this balance has to be maintained all your life. Thank you.
To ask the questions, I request the audience to please come forward, like one by one, to ask the questions.
Myself, Chandrajeet Mehta. I just want a simple question. What is the mindset of the examiner who is checking our main answer sheet? Like, do we write the generalized question or they see how much scientific we are going?
So, when you are writing, so I always say that examiner doesn't know your name, doesn't know your face, your family background, your district, your state. Nothing goes to an examiner. Only your copy goes to an examiner. And when you see a copy, you see a lot of things. You see first, of course, the content, but before content, you see the presentation, you see the handwriting, you see the headings a person has made, you see the pointers or the paragraph the person has put up, the person has done. A lot of things you see. The language, the sentence formation, the spellings, so diagrams the person has made, the graphics, if you have made a pie chart or a graph or something like that, then the term comes content. He or she has written. A person sees a copy, he sees a lot of. It's a reflection of your hard work and of course your command over language and content. So why is it taken? Why is why is UPSC so stressed about this? That is why they take 9 written tests. There are 9 exams. 4 GS, 2 optional, 1 English, Hindi and 1 essay. There are 9 exams you have to write in your mains exam. Then why is UPSC making you write so? Because your services, you have to read so many files in a day, and you have to take a decision, and you have to write a noting. Noting means you have to concisely give an order. You can't write it in 2 pages. You have to write it in maybe 1 or 2 paragraphs. And in those 1 and 2 paragraphs, you should be able to summarize and understand what what problem it has been addressing and what should be done, and it should be clear or it should be ambiguous. It should be clear. Only that clarity is being checked. So if you are clear in your answers, if your language is supposedly a spelling mistake or the sentence in noting, will it give a good impression to subordinates or the other people reading the file? No. That is why the spellings and sentence formation is a demand of UPSC. So whatever you have to do in your service, that is why UPSC has instituted a particular type of examination. This means you have to fit in that frame. And yes, examiner sees lot of things. It's not just content, it's presentation, articulation, language command, figures, headings you are making. If you just write monotonous 1 page, nothing. If you break it in headings, this shows your ability to divide problems into parts. So a lot of reflection on your personality, even with a copy. I think I have addressed.
Thank you, ma'am. Next question, please.
मैम आई एम भरत। जैसा कि मैम आपने कहा कि कॉलेज लाइफ बेस्ट है, यूपीएससी कहीं से प्रिपरेशन स्टार्ट होती है, तो मतलब क्या स्ट्रेटेजी होनी चाहिए? जैसे कहा जाता है कि फर्स्ट ईयर में मतलब एक्सप्लोर कॉलेज, देन यू स्टार्ट विद द एनसीईआरटीज। आपने कहा न्यूज़पेपर डेली ज़रूरी है, तो एक शेड्यूल क्या होना चाहिए कि डेली, जैसे कॉलेज में भी हमें ध्यान थोड़ा फोकस करना पड़ता है, फिर न्यूज़पेपर भी है, नोट्स भी है, एक्स्ट्रा सब्जेक्ट भी पढ़ने हैं, तो स्ट्रेटेजी क्या होना चाहिए कॉलेज के साथ कि हमारी प्रिपरेशन स्मूथली जा सके कॉलेज के साथ?
सो कॉलेज के साथ देखिए, टाइम आपको ही निकालना पड़ेगा, है ना। नोबडी कैन डू इट फॉर यू। समय आपको ही निकालना पड़ेगा अपनी पूरी प्रिपरेशन में कि कैसे, कहाँ से आप टाइम मैनेज कर सकते हैं। सो अगर आपको कॉलेज क्लासेस करनी है और उसके बाद आप उसके बारे में पढ़ेंगे भी, तो वो तो नॉन नेगोशिएबल है, वो तो बेसिक है भाई। कॉलेज में है तो कॉलेज के साथ तो ऑनेस्टी रखनी पड़ेगी ना, तो वो तो नॉन नेगोशिएबल है। उसके बाद जो टाइम है उसके अंदर वट यू कैन डू, जो कम्यूटेशन का टाइम है, अगर आप कहीं से आते हैं like metro or something, you can utilize that for reading newspaper. Supposedly घर जाने के बाद there are time when you cannot find an isolation, or in a hostel you can do MCQs. Now lot of apps are there, or lot of MCQs can be done at that time where you cannot have focus. There is a distraction out there also. Apart from that, definitely you will not be able to devote lot of time, but you can definitely devote 2 to 3 hours. This is what I believe. Maybe a little more for some, a little less for some people. But 2-3 hours if you devote with complete honesty, with complete focus, that's sufficient while doing your shit. Start with newspaper and NCERTs. Start with NCERTs. And if you have chosen the optional subject, read about your optional subject. After the NCERTs forms the basics. Then after you start with your optional.
The more we listen it is like a mysterious area getting clarified with the same. Let's move and this. Anyone from the please come forward.
Good afternoon, ma'am. I want to the preparation of eating to your friends and this
And I want to ask that while talking, we just make mistakes, and generally we improve ourselves by our mistakes. But I want to know how to know that what we are making our mistakes. In short, how can we become the coaches of ourselves? Right.
In an interaction, becoming your own coach is difficult. Because how many of you think that you say something wrong? Rarely. अगर किसी ने हाथ खड़ा भी किया है ना, तो वो पता है क्यों कर लिया? कि कभी कभी तो गलती हो ही जाती होगी. लेकिन अक्सर जब भी हम कुछ कहते हैं, हमको लगता है हमने तो बहुत अच्छा कहा है और हमने तो बिल्कुल सही कहा है. ये तो सामने वाले की गलती है, उसने गलत समझा है ना. उसी का इंटेलेक्ट लेवल इतना नहीं है कि वो हमारी बात नहीं समझ पाया. असलियत में तो हम बहुत अच्छा बोल रहे थे. So it is like nobody can actually judge exactly what he or she is doing wrong. That is where the role of mentors come in. So for interview preparation, I will say first you reach that level, and when you reach that level, come to me. I will help you. Huh? So it's like right now talking about interview is like ऐसे समझो कि अगर किसी ने छोटा बिजनेस स्टार्ट किया है ना, दैट पर्सन इज टॉकिंग डायरेक्टली अबाउट कि ये बताओ जब मैं आईपीओ लॉन्च करूँगा ना तो क्या होगा. तो मुझे आईपीओ लॉन्च करना है, उसके लिए अगर मुझे ये डिमांड होगी तो मैं मतलब समझ रहे हैं अभी बिजनेस खोला है, अभी चलेगा. जब आईपीओ का स्टेज आएगा तब हम आईपीओ वाली डिस्कशन पक्का करेंगे. लेकिन अभी उस डिस्कशन का कोई ज़्यादा फ़ायदा नहीं है. अभी किस चीज़ का फ़ायदा है? अंडरस्टैंडिंग व्हाट अ पर्सनैलिटी टेस्ट इज़ अबाउट एंड कीप ग्रेजुअली लर्निंग अबाउट इट. लर्निंग अबाउट इट मतलब ग्रेजुअली आप ये देखो कि जो लोग इंटरव्यू दे रहे हैं वो कब अच्छे लग रहे हैं, कब उनके सवाल आर्टिकुलेटेड लग रहे हैं, है ना. तो उस चीज़ को धीरे 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 करके अपने अंदर डेवलप करना है. लेकिन अभी व्हेन आई से टॉक टू योर फ्रेंड्स, नाउ आई एम नॉट टॉकिंग अबाउट उसने ये कहा वाली टॉक्स. टॉकिंग टू योर फ्रेंड्स मीन्स intellectual talk, to talking about some issue, some event that has happened. So if you are talking about कि भाई इतना ही हमारे देश में इतनी अनएम्प्लॉयमेंट क्यों है, या हमारी कंट्री के अंदर इतना सारा फंड्स हम दे रहे हैं उसके बाद भी ये जो प्रॉब्लम्स एग्जिस्टिंग है ये क्यों है. Why the startup culture which is budding but still we are not able to sustain and let it grow? Why? This is the kind of talk I am talking about. You should be having with your friends. So this is what you need to prepare. Of course, you cannot be a very good. Do it if you record your answers, then look at them. With the actual call of interview, it is still a very far-fetched thing to do. If you even have 1 minute devoted on prelim studies.
Thank you, ma'am, for sharing such great insight. This is certainly very enlightening. Thank you so much.
और इसी के साथ हमारा प्रश्न उत्तर राउंड यहीं समाप्त होता है. मैं मैम का धन्यवाद करना चाहूँगा जिन्होंने प्रत्येक प्रश्नों का इतने धैर्य के साथ उत्तर दिया. We have just witnessed a set of amazing questions and intellectual and knowledgeable answers to them. I would like to take this opportunity to call upon our General Secretary Neeraj Nandan to propose the official word of thanks to our honorable guest.
Hello, good afternoon everyone. I, Neeraj Nandan, General Secretary of Kartavya. On behalf of my whole team, I extend heartful thanks to TANU ma'am for sparing her valuable time to ignite the passion for UPSC by her motivational words. I extend my thanks to our principal, Professor Dinesh Katta, who has been with us in supporting in this journey of Junoon. I extend my thanks to our convener, Dr. Vikram Singh Chaudhary, who has been with us and guided us with his plan of action. And I extend my thanks to whole team of Kartavya, who are the steel frame and spent day and nights for this session. And last but not least, I extend my thanks to all the audience, because playing music before the deaf is a futile attempt. So you are the ones who will make us our session a grand success. Hope our Junoon has ignited Junoon in your hearts, and thank you.
और इसी के साथ अब मैं डॉक्टर विक्रम सिंह चौधरी को आमंत्रित करना चाहूँगा. सर, प्लीज कम अपॉन द स्टेज टू प्रेजेंट द मोमेंटोस टू आवर गेस्ट. थैंक यू सर. हमारा सत्र समाप्ति की ओर है. मैं उपस्थित समस्त श्रोताओं एवं मुख्य अतिथि जी का किरोड़ी मल महाविद्यालय परिवार की तरफ से हार्दिक धन्यवाद एवं आभार प्रकट करता हूं, जिन्होंने अपना कीमती समय हमें दिया.
बेहतर से बेहतर की तलाश करो, मिल जाए नदी तो समंदर की तलाश करो. टूट जाते हैं शीशे पत्थर की चोट से, टूट जाते हैं शीशे पत्थर की चोट से. तोड़ दे पत्थर, ऐसे शीशे की तलाश करो. तोड़ दे पत्थर, ऐसे शीशे की तलाश करो. Thank you everyone for your precious time. I would like to thank ma'am for gracing the event with your presence, and I would like to thank the audience for listening patiently. Thank you.